What's up, guys? It's finally here, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and I'm finally able to talk to you guys about it. I went and watched this movie last Monday, woke up Tuesday more sick than I have been in many years. I've pretty much been just a lump on the couch ever since then, but I'm back, I'm feeling better, I'm ready to talk about this movie with you guys, and since it's already been out in the theaters for a couple days now, there's probably going to be some spoilers in this review, so you've been warned. All the familiar faces are back in this sequel: Pratt, Saldana, Bautista, and so on. We get the additions of Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone and the new face of this franchise, Baby Groot, as well as James Gunn back in the director's chair. As often as I can, I try to watch the first film before going to watch sequels, and I watched the first Guardians the night before going to watch this movie. I loved it just as much as I did the first time. It was heavily ambitious, it was just clever, unique, it wove comedy perfectly into a smooth script, and it just did a great job of introducing the common public to a group of likable but unknown characters, and it's certainly still an A-rated movie to me. And I was even more excited to see this movie after watching the first one, and I like to use the cereal theory with sequels, and when a kid realizes how much better a bowl of Cheerios tastes with a couple spoons of sugar on it, the next time they eat, they don't just want a couple spoons, they want like 10 spoonfuls, pretty much like sequels do, and overloading you with all the elements that worked for the first one. Something this film did with an honestly relentless focus that overall did hinder some of the impact it was trying to build for itself. Now, I don't want to talk down on this film because it was certainly a fun one and it was very entertaining at times. So first I'm going to tell you what I thought it did extremely well, and that's of course the visual flair, the special effects. They were all fantastic. They were 100% on point, and everything we expected them to be, they completely delivered. I really enjoy how the story dove deeper into some of the backdrops of the characters. Of course, the focus was on Star-Lord, and we get to learn more about his character and his family ancestry, with his father Ego being added to the plot. But this film also peels back the layers of Rocket's background, and I found his character even more appealing as I got to know him much better. Plus, he has a couple of awesome action sequences that to me were honestly the most memorable of this movie. But to me, the most enjoyable of them all was the development of Yondu. Now, I think Michael Rooker is an absolutely fantastic actor. He has been in just so many memorable roles over his career, and he just owns this character. He embodies the persona of a Ravager perfectly. We get to learn so much more about him. It filled in so many pieces of the history between him and Star-Lord, as well as some of his connections with Ego, all of which I thought were very intriguing. I thought all the performances were good and serviceable. Pratt holds his own and he feels comfortable in the lead once again. He delivers all that familiar charm and energy that we expect from him. Bautista was funny without a doubt. He lands several effective laughs, but when you were virtually performing a stand-up routine for 2 hours, you better land some laughs. I also enjoyed the inclusion of Sylvester Stallone as a Ravager. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of him, but it was clear they are setting his character up for more in the future, and for that aspect, I really enjoyed the early foundations this film built for his character. I thought the comedy was also very, very effective for a majority of the movie. Now, I say a majority because while yes, this was an extremely funny movie with many, many, many laughs at land, to me the comedy just got in the way at times, and it just was far from the more natural, grounded humor that the first film completely thrived on. The comedic effort in this script was excessive to me, and the result were times where the story tried to change the tone to that of one of more tense, suspenseful, or dramatic, but I couldn't fully invest in the impact it was trying to create because I never knew if an unneeded joke was going to come in and break the intense mood, given there was an attempt at humor every 45 to 50 seconds it felt like. Also, something that was a little disappointing to me was something that I was extremely excited for this movie, and that was Kurt Russell. Now, don't get me wrong, he was fun in the movie, but he clearly elevated some just bland, preachy dialogue. His character was just missing something to me, and for the legendary Kurt Russell to be added to the cast, I was expecting him to get some more deeper material to work with. Overall, it was a fun summer movie, it was a fun Marvel movie, but it wasn't great in either of those categories. It wasn't nearly the complete package the first one was. It certainly does create some entertaining moments, and I'll give it a B-. It definitely had some fun to it. It was overly reliant on the comedy. It just didn't deliver that smooth storyline that the first one did. This one felt overly choppy, and I hate to say it, but maybe a little less Baby Groot and a little less stand-up comedy and a little bit more storytelling, and it could have been a great movie like the first one was, but you know, it just has some laughs, and it's going to be a good time for plenty of people to enjoy it. And that's my review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this movie, if you've seen it already. Did it deliver for you? Did it fall a little short for you like it did for me? I'd like to see what people thought about this movie. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss anything new. As always, I'm Anthony. This is the Silver Screen Analysis, and I'll see you guys at the movies.